What's going on, everybody? We're back with the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise. We're 1-7, and we're going to be at home against the 6-3 New Orleans Saints. They're actually a very good team. I was unaware of their record coming into this game, but we're going to take on the Saints. I think this is a game we can win, though, at home. It'd be a big one. I'm going to start this video off by offering a contract to Chris Boswell. I know you probably expected me to say Deontay Johnson, but we are going to offer Chris Boswell. We'll come up with a set of numbers here and see if we can get him to accept. So we're going to offer Chris Boswell a 4-year deal worth $18 million. You know, I am kind of, he says I could find a better team in free agency that will match this current offer. So, I don't know. We're going to offer him again, obviously, but I'm not the smartest guy when it comes to the money aspect. So I will figure out how to get a contract, a deal done with guys like Deontay Johnson and hopefully Chris Boswell. But unfortunately, he decided to decline that offer. Next, I want to do something that I've thought about doing pretty much since I started the franchise, but I'm going to be turning X Factors back on. I'll explain more once we get to that screen. So here we are. We're going to turn the superstar abilities back on here. We haven't had them on the entire franchise. The reason I want to turn them on is because in real life, there are guys who can take over a game because they are just the best in the league. And in this franchise, we haven't had one of those players yet. TJ Watt, there's no reason through our first 8 games, he should only have 2.5 sacks. I mean, he is the type of guy who takes over games when he's on the field, and I want to emulate that here in this game. So having the X Factor on not only will help us, but it will definitely help the opposing team. Tyrann Mathieu and X Factor. So we're going to go against one in today's game. So we'll see how that goes. I just wanted to turn it on, like I said, just so we can get game-changing players feeling like actual game-changing players. And it opens up, a potential quarterback selection in the draft. If we feel like he may be an X Factor type of player, we'll take him over a guy like Kenny Pickett who's normal dev. So we'll figure out what we're going to do with the draft when we get there, but superstar abilities are now on. Another week of training and another week of a healthy training. So nobody's been hurt in training so far this season. I don't know if that's a glitch or a bug or we're just extremely lucky, but we're going to check to see if the Saints have anybody injured, and then we'll hop into the game. So coming into this game, the Saints are going to be without the All-Pro, Pro Bowl receiver Michael Thomas. He has been very injury-prone the last couple of years. They'll also be without 2 defensive players as well. But Michael Thomas is the big story for this game with a PCL sprain out for this game. So here we are in Pittsburgh at Heinz Field. No longer is called Heinz Field in real life. For this matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Pittsburgh Steelers, Kenny Pickett will be getting his 2nd career start in today's game. Last game, I came away with a little bit of excitement from the way that he played. I think that he didn't turn the ball over. I think he played mistake-free football other than late in the game where we had to take a shot, so I wasn't upset about that. So I'm excited to see how Kenny Pickett can do in today's game as we're rocking our throwback alternate uniforms. You probably wouldn't be able to tell other than the numbers are more of that classic number look, but I'm excited for this game. Should be an interesting game. I'm excited to continue playing this game. After last game against the Eagles, we lost 20-12, but it was competitive, and that's the type of game that I want, and I'm looking to have another competitive game here today. 12 sacks on the season. That number is slowly but surely going up, and the big story for this Pittsburgh Steelers team is their electrifying defense and the fact that they get some of the most takeaways, in the NFL. So look for them to come away with a couple of takeaways in this game, and let's get this game started. Finally, we are going to receive. I said takeovers because I mixed up the words turnover and takeaway. Hope you guys understand. Sometimes I say stuff that doesn't make sense, but here's Kenny Pickett, the rookie out of Pitt, making his 2nd career start. His numbers on the season aren't the greatest, but they are surely improving. He will get better. 24 of 43 passing, 225 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Looking to get his first passing touchdown in today's game. So here we are, 1st down and 10. At the 25-yard line, we'll have George Pickens come in motion. Fake the sweep to him, fake it to Najee. And we got Pat Freiermuth across the middle. Pat Freiermuth breaking tackles, and he's in the Saints territory just like that. Kenny Pickett, a gain of 31 on 1st down. Let's watch the replay here. Pickett just stood tall in the pocket. That's an easy throw to Freiermuth. And last game we saw Pickett make those easy throws other than one. So how can Pickett play when the circumstances are a lot more drastic? That is the question. Chris Boswell, the guy we just tried to send a contract offer to, is set to kick a 50-yard field goal. He's been automatic all year, hasn't missed a kick all year. The kick by Boswell is right through. He's automatic, I believe, 14 of 14 on the season. And we take a 3-0 lead in this game. That is big for the confidence of our quarterback, Kenny Pickett. Out comes Jameis Winston. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks in NFL. He gets a bad rep, but I think he's an interesting and fun player. 8 interceptions on the season, but 20 touchdown passes for 2,700 passing yards. Jameis Winston, we're going to have to try and get to him today. Winston does not have many targets in this game to throw to without Michael Thomas on the field. They run with Kamara, and Kamara's going to be short of the first down. It's 4th down upcoming. The defense stands tall, forces the 3-and-out by the Saints. Definitely looking to get the ball into Deontay Johnson's hands more this game. And that one's going to be intercepted. I did not see Tyrann Mathieu. And Tyrann Mathieu's got a lot of space. Can Pickett make a play? He does. But intercepted by Tyrann Mathieu. I did not see him sitting in the middle of the field. Bad read by me. Pickett throws the interception. His 3rd of the season. And we had an opportunity there. The 51-yard field goal is up, and it is right down the middle. The Saints tie this game 3-3. We got Claypool. Claypool gets some separation. Claypool's got a big gain. His 3rd catch of the game, and he is on fire. Pickett over 100 yards here in the first quarter. This is a big-time quarter for our offense. We have not had this good of offense production all season long. Pickett finds Najee Harris. Najee Harris running. He's down to the 5-yard line. Kevin Dotson shaken up on the play, and he is holding that left knee. That does not look good. 2nd down and goal here for the Steelers offense. Pickett drops back, throws it out to George Pickens. Pickett to Pickens. It's Kenny Pickett's first career touchdown pass. George Pickens on the receiving end, and it's the first touchdown in what feels like a very long time for this Steelers offense. We take a 9-3 lead in this game. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the superstar abilities being turned on even though they're not popping up for our players. Or maybe it's I'm getting a little better at the game. But we are up in this game 9-3 and we're actually moving the ball with some success. And if you look here, Kevin Dotson, PCL sprain. He will not return to this game. It'll be Kendrick Green coming in to cover for him. Pickett's going to be sacked. He's actually going to fumble the ball. We get on it though. Dan Moore falls on it. You know, I think that we didn't see Najee until the last second, and because of that, we were sacked. Najee was wide open. At first, I was looking at Claypool. Claypool had been the go-to target this far in the game on 3rd downs. Najee was the one that was open. By the time I saw him, it was far too late. Big play by the Saints defense. The Saints will kick their 2nd field goal of the game to try and make this a 10-6 ball game. The kick is up with the wind in his face, and it's right down the middle. 10-6 is the score here. Saints at the 5-yard line here. Winston drops back. Winston's got his guy across the middle. It's a touchdown. Jarvis Landry, and the Saints are going to take the lead before the end of the first half. Winston made that drive look very easy. I think he has finally settled into this game. The offensive line is starting to finally give him a little bit of protection. And the Saints could possibly go into the half with the lead. It's been a good showing by this Steelers offense. Other than the interception by Pickett, I mean, it's been pretty good otherwise. But defense is playing very well. Each team with 30 offensive snaps. And we actually have some yards, 171 yards of offense in the first half. That's usually what we get in an entire game. So let's see if the second half can go our way and we can come away with our 2nd victory of the season. 3rd down and 3 upcoming for the Saints offense. They have a tight end and a fullback in this formation. Could potentially be a running down. It's going to be a play action. Winston is going to get out of the pocket, and he's going to go down. T.J. Watt with the sack, his first of the game and his 3rd and a half on the season. I'm not upset that we have passed the ball a lot more today. You know, the running game has done its thing, but sometimes you got to pass the ball to build more confidence with your receivers. And that's going to be intercepted. Marshawn Lattimore The Saints are going to take over. That's Pickett's second thrown interception. If we watch this one back, I honestly believe Claypool should have tried to make a play on that ball. But because it wasn't thrown to him, the AI didn't know that, and so he didn't try to make the catch. That one should not have been picked. 3rd down and 2 upcoming. Alvin Kamara now into the zone, and it's Carl Joseph who is in to play middle linebacker. He's the backup strong safety. He's what the best we got is to Kamara, and it's a Saints touchdown. They have now extended their lead to a 2-score lead, and they have all of the momentum in this one. Calvin Austin set to return it. Calvin Austin's, he's got space! Calvin Austin is going to take this one all the way for a touchdown. We're back in it, folks. Calvin Austin. Man, this guy's got speed. I knew he would break one eventually. He did this time. No one was going to catch him. 20-16 is the score, and the Steelers are back in this game. The Saints have run 40 plays in this game, and now they are starting to control the time of possession. We had in the first quarter, now it belongs to the Saints. Tyson Lulu is going to get home, and he's going to come down with the sack. He has played such an amazing game today. Finally able to make that big play that we've been waiting for him to make this game. He's been in the backfield. He's brought pressure. This time he finally gets to Winston. 3rd down and 15 upcoming. Winston is going to be sacked. It's Larry Ogunjobi this time. That's the 3rd sack for the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Finally starting to create some pressure against opposing quarterbacks. 3rd sack of the game. And that's going to be intercepted. I saw it. The 3rd pick by Kenny Pickett. And we're going to be down by 10 again. Marcus May with the pick 6. I knew that was not going to work, but I still threw it anyway. Intercepted. 4th pick, and that is going to do it for this one. Tyrann Mathieu, the only thing that can stop him here is Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett has 1 touchdown pass and 2 tackles in this game. Think about that one. We have poor quarterback play, no running game, and we're going to drop to 1 and 8. Alvin Kamara with the touchdown run this time. He has a touchdown catch in this game. And that'll put the Saints up 33-17 with 9 minutes and 53 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Intercepted, the 5th interception. Chase Claypool can't find the ball, and it's Tyrann Mathieu's 3rd pick of the game. Calvin Austin, that's a 97-yard touchdown reception. Too much speed. That's a stat pattern there. 5 interceptions is what cost us this game. This game is funny. I like the way that this game played. I think that the Saints offense was not like spectacular or anything. And I think that our defense has improved. I think that my defensive play calling has definitely improved. I think that the only thing I need to work on is not throwing interceptions. If I don't throw interceptions, we win this game. It's probably a high-scoring game potentially. You know, if I don't throw 5 interceptions, it could have been a high-scoring game. But we have a chance to win this game. You know, so moving forward, that's my biggest thing is I just cannot throw 5 interceptions. I can't afford to throw 1 interception. I've got to get better at that. You know, you guys are going to just watch interception parties if I don't. But honestly, the score looks a lot closer than the game was. But if I take away 3 of those interceptions, we probably still win. Even if I had only thrown 3 interceptions, we probably still win this game. Saints need the clock out, and that's going to do it here from Pittsburgh. We are going to lose 34-24. You saw the rookie performance by our quarterback today. He had 2 touchdown passes with 5 interceptions. You know, I don't want to be that guy, but hey, Peyton Manning threw 5 interceptions in one game. No, I'm just kidding. But Kenny Pickett, I'm kind of happy with the way that he played for the most part, other than 5 passes. Those 5 passes are the only thing bad about this game. Our defense didn't come away with a turnover like I had hoped, but the defense still played well. They got a nice pass rush. Kamara was in the zone for a good bit of the game, but we were able to still keep him in check. I'm pretty sure that we picked up first downs in this game, 17 of them. So we're finally starting to pick up first downs. I think that our offense looked good. The story of the game is turnovers. Even the third down conversions, 5 of 13. I'm not mad about that. They controlled the ball more than we did compared to what we had done in the first quarter. But Pickett threw the ball 45 times for 328 yards, 2 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Now, here's something that I will say. I don't want Kenny Pickett to throw the ball 45 times a game. But when Najee Harris gets the ball 16 times and only comes away with 40 yards and 2.5 per carry, that's not good. His longest of the day was 14, and I believe that was the first play of the game. If you look at receiving here, Deontay Johnson had his best game as far as catches go. He had 6 of them. Claypool had 3 in the first half, and we didn't see him after that. Najee Harris with a few. Sternberger with 3. Pickens with 3. Pat Freiermuth also had the very first catch of the game. We didn't go back to him after that. So we have playmakers, and we need to get the ball in their hands, but we need to get the ball in their hands without turning the ball over. I think that that's what we did. I think the one interception was a pass intended to Claypool, and after that happened, we didn't go back to Claypool. So we have playmakers, Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, George Pickens, Pat Freiermuth, and even Calvin Austin here. That was a late scrub touchdown, but still was pretty impressive if I do say so myself. A 97-yard touchdown pass, pretty impressive. Maybe the longest in the NFL. But we have weapons, we just need to get better. So, unfortunately, we are 1 loss away from going sub 500 for the first time in Mike Tomlin's career. I don't want to see it happen, but it might just happen. If you look at our team and you look at our schedule, I'm interested to see what some of these scores are looking like. So we lost the first game 34-10, then we lost 39-10, then we lost 31-13, then we lost 48-20, then we won a crazy game against the Bills 14-13, and then blown out against the Bucks, blown out against the Dolphins, a close game versus the Eagles, and a game against the Saints that I believe that we should have won. We definitely should have won that game. So, looking at the remainder of the season, we have Bengals, Colts, Falcons, Ravens, Panthers, Raiders, Ravens, and Browns. We have yet to play the Ravens. I don't know how that's going to go, but we do have the Bengals here. That's a game that kind of we're battling for who's going to finish in last place in the AFC North. I believe that they are a 3-win team. Yes, they're 3-6. We're 1-8. Like I said, I think this game played well. I think that our defense played very well. I think that we were able to stop the Saints to an extent because Alvin Kamara was their go-to guy, and he was pretty much unstoppable. But if he didn't have the ball, we were able to stop these guys. And then on offense, we moved the ball with success. I think if we can run the ball with a little bit more success, which it's going to be hard to run the ball against teams like the Saints, whose defense is very good. But if we can run the ball with a little bit more success than we did in that game, then it opens up the passing game to not have to be used as much. And when we did pass, other than those 5 interceptions, which this is going to sound, when I say that, other than 5 interceptions, we passed the ball great. I mean, other than those 5 passes, Kenny Pickett didn't do terrible. He played okay. He made the passes that he had to make. So I think that we can get better. We had over 300 yards of offense. Granted, 97 of those yards were in scrub time, but I think that we will win at least 3 or 4 more games in this season. I believe we could even be a 6-win team, but we're going to have to get hot, and we're going to have to get hot at the right time. But that's going to do it for this video. I am having fun playing this game. We fell apart late in that game. It wasn't like we were getting blown out the entire time. We just fell apart late. It was a close game all the way up until the end. If we would have scored that touchdown instead of throwing a pick in the end zone, it could have been a totally different game. That onside kick could have been a matter of, hey, we can take a Hail Mary shot and potentially win this game. So I had fun playing it, but we got the Cincinnati buttholes up next. I can't stand them. We've got to beat these guys, especially at home. I'm looking forward to it, and I will see you guys in the next video. That's it. See ya.